From warm community vibes to the considerations that you may want to keep in mind, what makes Lubbock the place to be or not to be? Stay tuned because I'm going to go through the highs and the lows of living in Lubbock, and you don't want to miss it. Hey y'all, I'm Jayci, a realtor here in Lubbock, and I'm here to share information about Lubbock, the surrounding area, and real estate. Today we're tackling a topic that is on the mind of many, and that is the pros and cons of living in Lubbock coming into 2024. Whether you're a current resident or considering a move, this video is for you. Now let's get started. First things first, let's talk about the positives. Lubbock has been experiencing economic growth, with the labor force increasing by 2.74% compared to November of 2022, and unemployment rates going from 3.2% to 2.8% in that same time frame. So the thriving job market is certainly a pro if you're considering a move here to Lubbock. Another significant advantage to living here in Lubbock is the affordable housing. In comparison to many other cities across the country, Lubbock offers a range of housing options and opportunities at affordable price points. The average sold price for January 2023 through November of 2023 was at $272,636. This is great news both for renters and for potential home buyers. Another positive thing about Lubbock is its renowned sense of community. It offers small town vibes with big city amenities. From local events to neighborly support, living in Lubbock often means being part of a close-knit community, which offers a great, friendly atmosphere that contributes to a great quality of life. Another pro is Lubbock's cultural and recreational amenities. From museums and theaters to parks and outdoor activities, there's always something to do for everybody. The city's cultural scene definitely adds vibrancy to everyday life. Now let's shift that focus over to the cons. Lubbock's climate is characterized as being semi-arid, which typically brings on hot summers and mild winters, which may not be everybody's cup of tea, so it's something to consider. Aside from the hot summers and the mild winters, the weather can be pretty extreme sometimes. And when I say extreme, I mean triple digits in the summertime and possible hail and tornadoes in the spring and the fall, and the potential of ice storms during the winter. And when I say ice storms, I mean everything ices over, and it's a little crazy. So definitely is something that you need to consider if it aligns with your preferences. Another negative, as the city grows, traffic congestion can be something to be concerned about in certain areas. And while Lubbock isn't a metropolis, it is essential to be aware of potential traffic challenges, especially around peak times. Around Texas Tech, on the Marcia Sharp, and on the Loop can all get a little backed up and a little crowded during rush hours. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. And even though it usually takes 15 minutes to get anywhere around Lubbock, it can still get frustrating if you get caught in one of those rush hour slowdowns and are sitting in traffic at busy times of the day. And I will say that there is currently construction happening on several roads across town. A lot of these are to make improvements and to make that traffic better, but it's definitely something worth noting. And another thing to note, Lubbock's public transportation system is still developing, and for those who really rely on public transit, it may not be up to the standards that you are used to, and it's fairly limited compared to some of the larger cities. Even though we do have city bus, there's plenty of Uber and Lyft and stuff like that around town, just something for you to consider. And for those of you with families, the education system is a key factor for you to consider. Even though Lubbock does have excellent schools, it is crucial for you to research and ensure that the educational options align with your family's needs and wants, because there are some that find the options for higher education aren't as diverse as larger cities. Even though we do have Texas Tech and Lubbock Christian University, South Plains out in Levelland, some still don't feel like it is varied enough. And another thing to consider is we do have several school districts around town, so you may need to research those and see which school district fits your needs and your wants best. And that way, if you are moving into town, you can get moved into those areas. Another drawback is if you are one of those people who thrives in the hustle and the bustle of a big city like Dallas, Fort Worth, or Austin, Lubbock isn't really like that. So if you are wanting to keep up with that lifestyle, Lubbock may not be the place for you, but if you want to enjoy it for the weekend, it is a little bit of a distance to those major metropolitan areas. So that means those weekend getaways may require a bit of a road trip, which if you don't mind road trips as a short getaway or vacay, that's fine. But it's definitely something to consider if you're wanting to keep up with that hustle and bustle of being in a metropolitan area. So there you have it. Living in Lubbock definitely has its strengths and its considerations to think about, from economic opportunities and affordability to the climate and the traffic. It is definitely important for you to weigh those pros and cons based on your lifestyle, your preferences, and your family's wants and needs. And I would love to hear your thoughts about living in Lubbock. If you currently live here, what do you love most about being in Lubbock? If you are considering a move here, what factors are most important to you? What do you want? What do you not want? Please let me know what your thoughts are and your insights are in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more insights into living in Lubbock and into things about real estate. Thank you for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.